Right, okay, welcome to another 8-bit, or should I say 8 and 16-bit face-off Kerfuffle, and this week I'm taking a look at one of the most difficult games, however aesthetically beautiful looking games you'll ever play in an 8-bit or 16-bit, and it's Nebulus, released by Hewson. Now, the idea of the game is to basically ascend the tower, avoiding baddies and balls and whatever it is, and escape to get to the top of the tower and then move on to the next level. I've been playing this game over the years for many years, and I think I have completed level 1 maybe once or twice in that period. It is just so difficult. It's a shame, it's so difficult. I think what kind of annoys me about the game more is they've got this really strict kind of time limit. Now, time limit is fine if people are taking forever, but it's a difficult game. It's frustrating as hell, as you'll probably see, and the time limit is just insane. You know. But anyway, enough of my whinging. Let's take a look at the game itself. So this is Amstrad one. Graphics are nice. This is a wee bit slower than I remember it. I've never played the Amstrad one before. The only versions I've played the C64 one, I've played the Commodore Amiga, and I've played the Atari ST ones. This is certainly slower than I remember it to be. But yeah, the idea is just to basically move from left to right, going up and down little lifts. Now that thing in the red, what looks like 5 snooker balls, red snooker balls, that comes in from the side every now and again, and you basically can't do anything about it. It's annoying. It doesn't really add anything to the game. I think for me it just makes it even more frustrating. Saying all that, I've been whinging about how difficult this game is. I was watching a video by Novabug maybe 6 months ago, and I don't know if he completed the game, but he certainly got to like level 3 or 4, so it's probably just my my aging reflexes that are getting in the way. But saying that, I couldn't play it even when I was like 20 years old. It's one of these games, there is a bit of I'm going to die here. There you go, look at that, right back to the start again. Literally right back to the very start. I mean, come on, that is just unfair. So what you've got to do is you've got to wait for that thing to kind of almost hit you and then go through the wee gap so you kind of avoid it. But yeah, I mean, the graphical effect in this is really nice. It's kind of like a pseudo 3D. It is very well done. It's got the same tune that I remember it from the other versions. Yeah, what I was going to say is it is kind of memory game as well. There's a couple of bits where you've got to jump because basically the floor will disappear below you. This bit coming up, like, see, how do you avoid that thing? You can't even see it to really know when to move. I don't know even know why I'm bothering, because you can see there the clock is ticking down. I'm going to run out of time, but I'll keep going anyway. Oh, bollocks, I can't kill that thing. That is just so annoying. I really have a love-hate relationship between this game and what's the other game, Cauldron. Two of the most gorgeous looking games you'll ever see, and they're just so damned hard. Anyway, right, that was the Amstrad one. Now let's move on to the Atari ST one. Yeah, you can see there this moves along at a fair rate of licks. This was actually the very first version I played, not in making this video, but the very first version I played, I had an Atari ST when this game came out, and then I later got it on the Amiga, and then the only time I played it on the C64 was when I started playing it on emulation. Some very Indian sounding music. I've just noticed at the top there. Now look at me. Is it just my imagination, or is that timer absolutely flying down? I mean, you've literally got, I don't know how many seconds. You know, you've got kind of like 40 gaming seconds to get to the top. Come on, that is ridiculous. I've just noticed it says JMP. Oh, you know what? I was going to say, does that mean jump? No, I think the guy that wrote this game is called John Phillips. So, is that the year? I think that may well actually be the year the game came out, 1988. Yeah, I'm going to assume that's what that is. But it is brutally hard. Absolutely, it's up there with Ghosts and Ghouls and Ghosts and Goblins. I should actually put a video 10 of the hardest games ever. This would absolutely. Would it take the #1 position? Well, it would maybe it would run Cauldron into second place, I think. But yeah, it's hard enough, and the problem is, a few times when I've played this in live streams, people have said to me, "You're playing it too fast. You need to be more patient. You need to slow down." And when you slow down, you run out of time. That's the problem with this game. Right, can't seem to kill that. Yeah, you've literally only got enough time to have one crack at it. If you die, then, or you get knocked down, then your tea's out. And if you don't know what your tea's out means, it basically means when back in the 70s when your mum shouted you for your tea, that was it. You came in. So your tea's out basically means it's game over. Oh, now see, how do I jump? Oh, bollocks! I need to jump over that little gap. I hate this game. I hate this game so much, and it's a shame because it's. I mean, it's up there as one of the nicest looking games you'll ever see on any of these machines. Oh, come on! It's a very, very clever sort of technique that the guy used for the graphics. Yeah, that's Atari ST one. Right, next one's Spectrum. Never played this. Please make it easier. Please. Right, now this is monochrome, but again it moves really nice. It's got a really nice 3D kind of effect. I wouldn't say it's 3D, but you know what I mean, the way it turns, it's nice. Slightly faster than the Atari ST, slightly faster than the Amstrad one, though it's a wee bit slower than the Atari ST one. Now you'd think it being a wee bit slower, then it would be a wee bit easier. So far, so good. Now, if you're wondering why I'm pausing, it's because I'm waiting for that annoying thing, the annoying little snooker balls. There we go, there we go. Because you can't avoid that, so you've basically got to make sure that you're in a tunnel when that thing appears, or else you're either higher up or lower down in it. So just wait for it. There we go, and I'm going to get hit. Oh, no, I need to jump. Oh, oh, oh. Am I going to do it? Oh, piss off. Ah, oh, come on. No way. The frustration factor in this game is just through the roof. It really is. I've got kind of 16 gaming seconds, which are slightly longer than normal seconds, but I think I'm going to struggle to get this unless I manage to do it right off. Now I need to be able to get over this jump. Bollocks. Then you've got to wait in that little thing coming down, and I'm definitely going to run out of time. Arse. No, waste of time. 3, 2, 1, and it's game over. Anyway, that is the Spectrum one. Right next up is the C64 one. Right, now right away you can see it just moves that much quicker. I have to say the graphics are astonishingly good. Yeah, I mean they've gone for a more kind of minimalist background, but the actual sprites themselves are excellent, and the actual graphics of the tower itself is really, really good. I'm actually surprised that as much as I hate the game, and it's only because it's so difficult like that, the actual little character's quite a little cute thing. I'm surprised they never, Hewson never actually cottoned onto that and tried to kind of use them in other games. Less speed and more haste, young man. Again, the time limit is just, it just seems to drop like a stone. Now, if they could have made, if you could even have like shot that, you know, shot it 10 times and it disappeared, that'd be fine. But you've just got to avoid it. It's just so annoying. Oh God, yeah, gnashing of teeth. And when that thing's chasing you and you're trying to run away from it, he actually moves faster than you, so... Now apparently the second level is a shoot 'em up level. It's either a shoot 'em up or you've got to collect fish, something like that. I have reached it a couple of times. But yeah. It's not a level many people will actually get to see. I don't know how many levels there actually are in the game. It could be one of these games where there is only this single level and 99% of people, including me, will never actually know because we're shite at it. Oh, that was lucky. How do you jump? Oh, not like that. It would probably actually help. It would help massively if I actually knew the controls, but I thought you press up diagonally to jump. Maybe you don't. Maybe this is one of these games where it really does pay to actually look at the instructions. Yeah! Oh, 10 seconds. We're not going to do it now, chaps. No, it definitely doesn't help the fact that I am unable to actually play it properly. Right, okay, that was the C64 one, and now let's bash on with the very last version. This is the Commodore Amiga. Now, from what I can tell, this looks identical to the Atari ST one. It being quite an early Amiga game, there was they used to bring out versions on the Atari ST, and then they'd literally just port it straight across. And a lot of the times the graphics weren't even improved, which used to annoy Amiga owners, myself being one of them. The sound was usually improved, and I think the sound is slightly better. I mean, by all means, it's not bad on the ST. Probably slightly kind of crisper. Oh, come on. Why did he? Oh, I've just knocked him down. Why did I not? Why did I not destroy that ball? Now, I have seen, as I mentioned, Novabug is quite adept at this game, and if you think the first level's hard, you know, the other levels they're all memory based. They're even worse. So this isn't a game I'm going to play very often. I do like it. I mean, I do. Don't get me wrong. I do from time to time load it up. Usually when it's on a live stream or something. But it's just a difficulty factor like that. It's just so frustrating. Come on, I want to do it. Again, look at the time limit. You know, 17 seconds. 16 seconds. Alright, it's maybe double that. So you've got maybe 30 seconds in total. That's not enough time to do this unless you get up there. Come on. Oh, arse. Oh, 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 move it, move it, move it. Keep going, keep going. I'm going to do it, I'm going to do it. Ah! Oh, man, I hate this game. I absolutely detest this game. Come on, I was literally probably a fraction of a second. Right, enough, enough, let's summarise. That is quite enough Nebulus for one day. So yeah, there you can see from the top left is the Spectrum one. The middle one in the top is Amstrad. The C64 one is the top right. Now, I don't know what one on the bottom is the Amstrad or is the ST. They both look identical from what I can see. They look identical. The sound in the Amiga is slightly better. Then, to summarise, I'll just work from away from the top. That the Spectrum one looks really, really nice. It's monochromatic. It's quite slow. Again, it's just damned impossible. The Amstrad one is a wee bit too slow for my liking, but it does look nice again. C64 one is crisp and clear. It is, I think that's a cracking version. It's got decent sound as well. The Atari ST one, it looks nice. It looks the same as Amiga. There's really no difference graphically between the two. I've just noticed here actually when it restarted, the Atari ST one is the bottom left and the Amiga one's the bottom right. So you can see there is nothing at all to separate these ones at all other than the sound. But you know what, I think if I was going to play this game, and I probably won't because it's just too damn difficult, I think I would go for the C64 one. It's got a nice, clean, crisp look to it. It doesn't look like an 8-bit game, it looks like a 16-bit game, but I prefer the clean look of that version over the 16-bit ones. They've kind of gone for kind of you know, a bit more kind of shading and that kind of stuff. But I think a game like this, you want a nice, crisp, clean look. So if you're going to play this version, I would say go for the Commodore 64. But if if you're going to play this game, then you must like a challenge. Beautiful looking game, just too damn difficult. Anyway, guys, as always, thank you very, very much for watching.